Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because stores are closing at a record pace, and this affects so many different things in our economy right now that we're going to cover. As always, please always hit the like button, make a comment, subscribe to the channel. And today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold. Think about this, guys. In 2025, since the end of June, we have had 5,922 stores close. That is wild, guys. That is a record pace. Almost 6,000 stores that have closed. And this is, you haven't seen the end of it yet. Are we on pace for a record year? Yeah, it sure does look that way. It's inconceivable to think about how bad this is. Now, the other thing is it's 123.7 million square feet of space. Okay, let me say that again. 123.7 million square feet of retail space is gone. Okay, that's outpacing the 3,960 announced stores, totaling 75,000, million square feet during the same period of last year. Guys, double. Okay, we're at a record pace right now that we could have 15,000 stores closed this year. Okay, now it's up 10%, blah blah blah. It's completely off. All these places in Texas, all these places around the country are dramatically experiencing this. Now, the one thing that we cannot, get over is over the last 4 years with all the inflation that we have. And here's the one thing that people keep writing me and saying one sentence that I want to repeat to you guys. Let's have lower interest rates right now, and you're going to see inflation go back through the roof. Remember 3 years ago how bad it was? You'd walk into the store and you'd say, oh my gosh, my dinner's going to cost $22.60, and then it was $30, and you're like, oh, wait a second. Okay, I think you're going to see days like that come again. Once they start lowering these interest rates, it's going to be insane, absolutely insane. But I want to give you guys, all these stories that are happening. Okay, recent survey: 70% of Americans are financially stressed about money, and the biggest concern is food prices. Almost 16% of everybody out there does not have enough money to eat a meal every day. That is horrible, guys. I mean, think about that. In this world, in this economy, we have people like that, So, the worst area, Georgia. 57% of these people are facing food insecurities. Here's the one thing that blew me away. Fran Glover runs a charity, and she became a very good friend of mine, called Joseph Dreamhouse. Joseph Dreamhouse, she taught me so many things. Do you know that there's a food insecurity month, and that is September? Well, let's raise hunger awareness in September. That is insanity, guys, that we have that. Right now it is summertime right now, and most kids, not here in Southern California, but around the country, are facing the fact that they may not eat because the school's closed right now. And you have some programs in the country where they keep the schools open with their cafeteria just to give them free food. Thank God for that, because it's a lot of things, people that are having difficulties, and they can't make ends meet, and they can't feed the kids right now. So it's tragic, to say the least, that we have that. As store closures continue to rise, turn this way and get you a shot of the. As store closures continue to rise, you're starting to see more and more of these people that are having a difficult time feeding themselves. Forget about the family, themselves. Again, horrible. Okay? With all these store closings, it's just like you're seeing problems with construction, you're seeing problems with real estate, and all we have to do is lower interest rates. Got to lower interest rates. We got to fire Jerome Powell. I'm telling you guys, you think this is going to fix it? Nope, it's not. I spoke to a real estate agent this morning and asked him how he was doing. He's like, oh, my sector, my community is doing great right now. I'm killing it right now, Dan. got another listing for $2.2 million house. And they want me to list it because it's so remodeled and it's going to sell fast. They want me to list it on August 1st. Great, congratulations. How are your friends doing? Well, if they're in the Inland Empire, Riverside, San Bernardino County, away from Orange County, they're not doing so good. Things are sitting on the market longer. And this is home buying season right now, guys. And people are just not doing well with it. But we're seeing all these different layoffs. You're seeing layoffs from things like Coca-Cola, Levi's jeans. I mean, you're not buying jeans anymore? I guess we're not. Well, they're so expensive, Dan. Well, they last. They last forever, guys. That's the point. Until they fade into nothing, you'll wear them for 10 years. But nobody wants to buy them. They just laid off, another 529 employees. I mean, it's nuts, guys. It's nuts. And you're starting to see this over and over and over again. So I hate to hear about people hungry. It drives me crazy. I'll leave the link to Joseph Dreamhouse below. Thing that Fran does is Fran puts meals together that are healthy and gives them to people. And they can cook their own food. And the most wild story about this was that she had hundreds of monthly people that donated money to her, and on a monthly basis they would give her continual money. It has gotten to the point that you're seeing the fact that she has had 30 of those people become clients of hers. They've lost their jobs, they're getting to get evicted, and they can't donate money. They need food. Philadelphia saw a 120% increase in people going to the food banks. Georgia was 57.8%, 60%. It's crazy. Philadelphia is horrible. So hopefully the city of brotherly love's got some. So let me know what you think so far about this. I just think that it's awful, guys. I think that we go through these times and, oh, you're Mr. Gloom and Doom. No, you know what? Be real. Be kind to one another. Help people. I made a joke about cats, and I got hate mail about cats. You know what? I write a check every year to my friend's charity, Smitten with the Kittens. All they do is rescue cats. I'll tell you the most horrific story during COVID. The local shelters would not take kittens. Can't drop a kitten off. We'll take dogs. We have too many cats. Well, what do you do with that? What are people going to do if they can't keep their cat during this time? So my friend Amber, her and her partner started a charity, and they're killing it. But they're placing cats in homes. And I write a big fat check every year. So don't say I don't like cats. Okay? Let me know what you think so far. And again, kindness, man. I'm telling you right now, you have no idea how difficult it is right now. People are losing their jobs. The biggest thing, read the stories below, the biggest problem is that people that are out there right now, they are not getting the hours that they're getting before. You start to hear about all these companies that want people to come back to work. Starbucks, Brian Nickel, the CEO of the company, he gets to work remotely from wherever he is. He's been there, a year now? Okay, no, all the other employees, you have to come back 4 days a week. No exceptions. But the CEO, he gets to work remotely. What a horrible example. As much as I can't stand, almost said it, Jamie Dimon, okay? That guy goes in the office every day. So think about this. You want to work at Starbucks? You're going to work in the office 4 days a week. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the travesty. Let me know what you think, okay? Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. Wow, guys, the instability of the stock market and tariffs, we're being told, we could have 100% tariffs on Russia coming up. You don't think that's going to affect the economy? It is. It absolutely is. One thing that you need to look at to protect yourself is precious metals. The best place to do that is Patriot Gold Group. 888-330-1431 is their phone number. The advantage to calling them is that they have the best customer service. They are #1 rated. It's very easy to get gold in your portfolio and your retirement. You need to protect it today. Since I've been talking about this, gold went from $1,800 an ounce to well over $3,300 an ounce. Contact them today. #1 rated for 9 years in a row, over 10,000 customers, over $1 billion in transactions. Clearly doing something right. Call them, let them answer all your questions. Tell them that Dan from iAllegedly sent you. Contact them today. 888-330-1431. If you don't want to call them, use the link below and they will answer all your questions. I love going out and about, and inevitably I have to hit a convenience store. It just happens, guys, whether I get coffee or a soda or a drink or a water, whatever. But Dave, friend of mine, a subscriber to the channel, sent me a great story about how we're seeing all these convenience stores going down for the count. And this goes down to what we talked about before. Think about this. Here's a list of all these stores that are closing. 7-Eleven's closing hundreds of stores this year. Okay, locations throughout the United States. It's not just one city, it's not just one region. Circle K, been a familiar sight for decades. Now they're having a problem keeping up, and their gas isn't selling the way it should. Speedway, strong presence, especially in the Midwest. They had an acquisition. They're owned by 7-Eleven, which I didn't know, and they're closing hundreds of stores. Family Mart, which I'm not familiar with at all, and they're a big player here and in Asia. AM/PM, you guys have seen those gas stations. Again, they're closing, but again, people are not shopping. They make all their money from all the crap, all the hot dog deals, and all that horrible food that they sell there. Cumberland Farms, staple in the Northeast, but they're closing because of rising costs and competition. Quick Trip, known for its clean stores and its fresh food. One thing, my sister owns a restaurant. The family's had it for 60 years, my brother's wife. And she always tells me, go into the bathroom. You're not sure if the place is good or not, go into the bathroom. How the bathroom is, how the kitchen is. And it's so true, and it's so great. And I was at a music festival over the weekend, and I walked into the bathroom. I was like, God, what am I going to do? Am I going to eat here? Went in the bathroom, and it was spotless. I could have sat there and slept there. Wawa, East Coast, but the chain is quietly closing some locations. Casey's General Stores, and then 76 gas stations are going down for the count. One thing that I've talked to people that run 76 stations is that they're getting away from the market concept. They want to get back into auto repairs and have that be a big deal. So, I'm telling you guys, it's nonstop right now. The officer of the comptroller of the currency, I got a reminder from today. Please be advised that we're having a crypto asset safekeeping services are going to be approved through banking in the third quarter. So I'm telling you guys, if you don't think that cryptocurrency is going to be here, it's going to be here. But what they're going to allow is they're going to allow Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Citibank, Chase, and everybody to have cryptocurrency as a storage facility for that. Well, how do you store some numbers? Well, they're going to figure out a way to do that for you. So Trader Joe's, it's all bad news. Trader Joe's, here's some good news for you. Trader Joe's, which I like shopping at Trader Joe's for knick-knacky things, the crazy frozen foods, certain things my dog likes, certain snacks, certain things like that. They have great, one thing I can do is I can turn anything into bacon. Okay, I learned that during COVID. And they have pastrami that I could turn into bacon, and we should do it on the show sometime. But anyways, it's the best place to buy that is at Trader Joe's. So they're opening 30 stores right now, 30. And the list is here. You can see that, which there is some good news. But again, it's not a niche store. It's not a store I would shop at every day. And then, supermarket chain, Dr. Marvin sent me this one, and it's a good one. How you have these smart carts. And when you shop with these smart carts, it does things like the second you put an item in there, it tells you, you can learn all this stuff through AI, from the nutritional breakdown of an item, which think about it, nobody wants to read those labels. Nobody wants to sit there and say, God, is this healthy for me? No, it's not. If you have to ask, it's not. Okay, it's not vegetables or organic meat. But these things keep track of it. Wouldn't that be cool to put that in there and know that, oh my gosh, my total is $19.42. I thought I spent $8. Well, that thing's $14. Because that's the one thing. Costco sucks lately. And the reason why it sucks is that you'll sit there and you'll see Chinese food $9.99. No, it's $9.99 a pound, Dan. And you got 3 pounds of that stuff. So it's, it's almost $30 in your bag. Oh, uh-oh. Sorry about that. You know, will the Trump tariffs hammer households? That's one thing that they're talking about over and over and over again. I just think that people are having a difficult time making money right now. And the problem with that is that the prices, we want prices to go down. They're never going to go down, guys, except the fact that they're going to be where they're at right now. And again, the Dave Ramsey philosophy, interest rates are going to be where they're at, and food prices and everything are going to go up right now. You have to prepare for that. And if you prepare for that, you're going to be much better off in the grand scheme of things. So now, here is something that is absolutely awful, and that is medical debt. Remember, we talked about this about a year ago about how great it was going to be because the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau got it so that they could have credit reporting agencies remove that off your credit report. Federal judge last week in Texas said, nope, can go back on. Guys, it's $50 million in debt that's going to go back on people's credit report. They anticipate, with interest rates the way they are today, that this is going to affect 22,000 people from getting better mortgages, and that their credit report will go down a minimum of 20 to 50 points. Okay? Call a broker and ask them, hey, if my credit report dropped 20 to 50 points, what would that affect? How much more would I pay? It's a big deal, guys. It's a huge, huge deal. And again, the problem with it is the debt is sold and resold, and you may not even owe it anymore because of the statute of limitations, but it gets to sit there on our credit reports. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Kraft, Heinz, ketchup, Velveeta, all that stuff. They're thinking about breaking the company up because of sluggish sales. So you're not buying crap right now. You're not buying Velveeta cheese. You're not buying Heinz 57 steak sauce. Think about that. This is just insanity right now. And people don't want to accept the fact of how things are right now. They just want to sit there and say, oh, everything's so good right now. It's going to be interesting. So a couple things. Bitcoin surged to $120,000 a piece right now. And we have all these banking talks. Think about this. I had somebody send me something, and I don't know if this is true or not, that the federal government may do two things: buy Bitcoin and buy gold and silver. What do you think the price would do if Donnie went out and started buying that stuff? You know what I mean? It would go through the flipping roof, guys. It really, really would. So if you're speculating on that, let me know what you think about this. If you think that this is crazy or if there's some reality to this. The final thing is, dating is a mess. And I love the guy that had the roommate quest thing really quick. And I had a buddy that's looking for a roommate. He's like, I wonder if I should go down and talk to people in San Diego. No one's going to come to Orange County that's going to go to that thing. But there's a new thing called Bank Sign. And what this is there is a pop-up artist called Banksy. And Banksy does this eclectic art that pops up out of nowhere, and it makes a big, statement, and he makes all this money from this, and people try to sell it, and it's crazy, absolutely crazy. Well, now they're talking about people that are dating people that are doing Banksy sign. What that is ditching people. And I'm like, it's called ghosting. So you just slowly pull away from the person and don't respond to them to where you're gone. You know what I mean? Okay, well, goodbye. Okay, whatever happened to no games and no BS? Okay, again, I have a private channel called iAllegedly Live. That's fantastic. We have a huge announcement coming out any minute now on that. So check that out at iAllegedly Live at iAllegedly.tv is where you sign up for that. But it's uncensored and it's fantastic. And we have almost 375 videos up there already. It's amazing. Plus, a friend of mine who knows how to count because he's so brilliant, he said, hey, do you know you just passed over 2,000 videos on the main account? I'm like, no. So I did. Over 2,000 videos now, guys. So close to 100 million views, and your mom said it wouldn't last. Okay? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Guys, I'm telling you, kindness. Kindness is going to matter to everybody, because the thing that you don't get is you don't get how many people around you, people you may know, people that give you a line of S that tell you how great everything is, and they're not doing good. Remember that, okay? So, like, subscribe, send me any stories you want. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you enjoyed. Just go back and watch all 2,000 videos and give me your critique, okay? I'll see you. I'll see you soon.